Hi everyone, as promised, here I am with a tutorial on doing fur. Because I'm doing scary pictures for me, or not scary pictures, but pictures and books that are making me a bit nervous or insecure when coloring. I've decided to do one in Hanna Karlsson. I used to color a lot in her books, but for one reason or another, I don't return to them as much as I would like, and I love them so much. I really wanted to do a fur picture in this book. February is a fear month for me. I had planned out to work on pictures that are making me anxious or making me nervous, pictures that or concepts that that I'm not used to color. For example, you've seen it in my video about coloring fear. I started the double page spread in Willinsand, or Sprookjesbos in Dutch. Then I've colored a picture with flowers, and as maybe you know or you don't know, I love looking at pictures of flowers, and I will color some, but if there are many, then I get a little bit because I don't have enough fantasy to make them look nice or special or so I did a flower picture. Then I wanted to learn, because I've discovered a very lovely channel, Misha, I think, is the Misha Colors. The lady after who is talking to you at the camera is called Michelle, and she inspired me to try coloring with markers only. Normally I color in, for example, a Hannah Lynn picture with markers and go over with pencil to shade. And Michelle had some lovely Garibaldi pictures only colored with marker, with shadows and highlights, and I was really tempted to try it also, but I was afraid at the same time, because I never did this kind of coloring. I always used markers and pencils, so I did a complete marker page, and I'm working on a second one. And so the fourth project for my fear month is color something in Hanna Karlsson to feel the love again. And I must say, I'm feeling quite well with this. It's not a competition for myself, but some challenges for myself. And I've enjoyed every single picture that I've colored in so far. So I'm hoping to have the same experience with this one, and I will show you on which picture I have chosen to do the fur. It's one that I've wanted to color in since I got the book. Never did, because of the lantern here and the light, but I'm diving in and I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my Prismacolor box aside. And I've grabbed some Prismacolor pencils. They are not the most easy ones to do fur, but yeah, it's been a while since I've colored with them, and I really want to dive in a picture with them again. So I've grabbed some random colors. I've grabbed 90% cool gray. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any color, but maybe for the darkest shadows this could be handy. Then I have a few shorties, PC 1099 and 1082. I don't know which colors those are, so I will have to use my pencil extender. I have seashell pink, sandbar brown, sepia, 90% French grey, and ginger root. So we will dive straight in after my lot of talking at the beginning, but I wanted to explain why I've chosen this picture instead of one in the mouse guard, because it would have been easier to do a mouse guard picture because I'm used to coloring in those mice. But yeah, since it's my fear month, I thought just do a henna one. I'm thinking about, I'm not going in too dark for starters, but not too light either, so I will start with a 90% French grey. And since Hannah has already set out a kind of a fur texture or a fur drawing, I'm going to follow that. So it's just like coloring in hair. I'm making little strokes. And I'm just following my own fantasy. If I want to, I can cover a bit of these lines. And I'm following my fantasy with the colors, I mean. Not with the exact picture, but with a mixture of the different grays and browns and beige colors. And I hope this won't be a failure, because like I said, I've never colored in a henna picture like this, so it's a first attempt for me. But we will hope for the best. If this is a success, then I would be very happy, because I've helped people coloring in fur, and I've finally colored in the picture that I wanted to do for a long time. I don't have any clue yet what to do with the background and with the sea or the light of that lantern, but I'll see how I'll go. Now this is a hard part. I'm going to leave the top of his head. I'm going to be going around with the lighter colors for that, I think. Am I still in? No. Just maybe I have to zoom out a little bit so that it's more visible, the whole picture. It's really scary. I'm going to give him a darker belly too. And sometimes I think that polychromos is better to do fur, but on the other hand, with Prismacolor, I have the feeling that they look more fluffy because of that waxy texture. And I've ordered myself a new pencil sharpener today. I'm not sure if I will be using it for the Prismacolors, because I like the Tigol one very much, but yeah, sometimes it's better to have a longer point. So that was it for the 90% French grey. I'm going in with the Sandbar Brown. I don't know, is it a whole lot of different than the French grey? I haven't tested before. Yes, it's more browny, so okay. I'm going to trying to mix those colors together, making it a bit longer here. It's more difficult than doing a mouse from the mouse guard. for my feeling. I don't know why, but it feels like that. I'm going to make some little hairs here too. This picture has been colored in so many times by so many wonderful colorists that it's even more scary to work on this one. I'm going to add some little hairs on his back also. It's standing in a weird position. Maybe it's because of the wind, because I can imagine that there's a lot of heavy weather going on the sea. Or maybe he's just chilly. Not sure if I'm coloring that fur on his back in the right direction, but okay. Now I'm going in with that wood. And there goes my pencil. Oops. That's the 182 that was dropped down. I'm going to put it in my pencil sharpener. Okay, now adding some other color of brown. And that's the nice thing about fur. You can play around with some different colors, and yeah, it's becoming more alive, and you can go in as much as you like. Going to make some of those hairs too. Oh, poor guy. He's so cold. He looks cold. He's just making his face of, oh, aren't we home yet? And if I'm feeling that my pencil is about to lose his sharp point, I turn it a little bit so that the blunt part is turned, and that your point on the other side is you can work with that one. He really has fluffy ears, but that's not too bad either. I'm just going to make sure that the hair on his head isn't coming from nowhere. To make this one Okay. Which color do I also have? I have the ginger root. So if you just roll, excuse me for 1 second, I have my dinner on the fire and I'm just going to check if everything is okay. I'll be back in a second. Okay, everything was fine. I'm almost 16 minutes in. Oops, I'm sorry. So I'm going to take a break after about 20 minutes so that I can edit some separate movies together without losing any of my talking. I'm going in with it French gray again because he only has some darker shading here and I want to play around with some darker parts a bit more. But that's just as you that's just a preference that I have to do. But it's perfectly okay not to. And I've done too much now, I think. Okay, now I'm going in with ginger root to have a paler color in his fur. And with the lighter shade you get less of those white spaces that are otherwise more visible. I'm going in with that brown again. And I think I'm going to quit filming now and start another video immediately afterwards so that I can play with my video editor in a decent way. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, here we are again for a new session. there's still something bothering me, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm going to take the seashell pink to give him a seashell-y nose, or that the hairs that are coming towards his nose are softer. And I think I'm going to dive in with that cool gray a little bit. Just not too much, but with that first darker color, he's losing a bit of his extra detail. And that is what I'm seeing, I think. And now it looks like he's wearing glasses. And for the shadow beneath his head, I'm just going to add a slight shadow, a light shadow. And then I can do some hairs starting from that shadow. I'm overdoing it, I think. I'm not liking this one very much. There really is something, I don't know what I'm seeing that I'm not liking. Maybe it's because he's quite dark here and there. Maybe it's for the best to make him as dark as possible. going to add that brown again. Oops. This line here, it's not, it's too straight. That's a bit better. I think I was missing some extra hairs. I think that was the problem. I've missed some hairs. It looks more... And I have to make some darker colors here too. That's more like it. It's very dark though. But okay, I guess there are dark mice too. I'm going to try to make it a bit lighter with some strokes of the seashell. Not sure if it will help. And this eye needs a bit more darkness too. And around his eyes, I'm also going in with the seashell. To get rid of the white spaces. And I'm just going to erase a bit on the black of his eye. And it looks like I've erased some ink. So I'm going in with a dark gray to make this look. Okay, again. Does the mice have a pink nose? I think so. And pinkish ears. And I'm just going to add an extra dot or two. It's a bit too much. Okay, that's how I solve it. Just go over it with my nails. I have to add some of that gray again. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out. And he's looking quite different from his furry friends. And he's looking quite different from my mouse guard friends too. But okay, that's how I am coloring mice. I'm not a real champ in it yet, as you can notice. Still a lot to learn myself. And I don't even dare to think about doing fur on a cat or some other animal. A mice is difficult enough. And as you have experienced now, it can always turn out other than you thought. Sorry that I keep on going on with my coloring, but there are some lines that are a bit too straight, and I'm sitting in a weird angle on looking at this page, so that's why I have some difficulties to color it in as I normally do. Okay, this is our little micey friend. Without a colored in tail and nose and ears, and he's darker than I planned, but that's okay. I just grabbed a bunch of pencils and looked what it gave me, and this is the result. So I hope it will be a bit helpful for you. Yeah, as I was saying, I still have to learn doing fur myself, and I'm glad that I can accomplish this kind of look. This is a more difficult picture to color in than a mouse guard one, but yeah, if you accomplish this coloring on this book, it will definitely turn out way better on the mouse guard. I don't know why, maybe because I was misled by those dots, I'm not sure, but okay, I'm going to finish this video now. I hope I will have the courage to color this page further in. If not, okay, then maybe it's for one of the other colorings I will do in February. And I have a hard time saying the February month. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. I will have to get used to him, I think. Maybe I think it's a bit too dark, but oh well. No harm done. He looks cute, and his hair is standing in every direction. In Dutch we have a saying: his hair is in the wear. And it's English that it's yeah, how do you say it? It's a Dutch word that is made English. When you say that someone's hair is not decent, or there has been some terrible winds outside and your hair isn't as beautiful anymore as you went out. In Dutch we say, je haar is in de war. Or zijn haar is in de war. And that's what I'm saying to him. His hair is in the wear. And wear isn't an English word, I think, for the meaning of his hair is looking not as strict as it should be. So, okay, that being said, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you have learned something with this video, because he has not turned out like I had imagined, but okay, I wanted to show the basics of me doing fur, and I've succeeded with that. And yeah, I really hope it was helpful, and it's not because has another color that I had in mind that it's terrible. He's still a bit of a cutie pie. So okay, thank you for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.